want to preface this with that in the commentary, some points end up getting cut out by the end of it with weird audio glitches and whatnot. The reason why I never really fixed it is because I think it doesn't really affect my points, and I think I need to eventually get something out before, like, it's too long and my channel seems dead. I will end up doing a thing where I edit my intros and outros in OpenShot for the epic keyframes, yet do commentaries in Sony Vegas since it will be simple gameplay style. But I kind of wonder what you people think. If you can you please respond what I should do in the comments below? Yoy. I hope this doesn't bother you though, and this took me several months.
Sorry I didn't kiss you, but it's obvious I wanted to. Bubblegum down my throat and it's a curse, but my love couldn't get any worse.
That thing that happened back there, did it really happen? I mean, I remember it, but it felt so unreal.
Hey Haru, you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Hey Naomi.
Oh, hey Takuro, what's up?
Oh, that's nothing. I heard there's new people coming here.
Really? Who are they?
Dunno. All I heard is they transferred due to expulsion.
Wow, what did they do?
Dunno that either. But it seems like they're in Nayu's class.
Huh. It's only been a couple days since I met 17H, but there's already been a lot of attacks. Was it always like this?
Good morning, class. Today we have something special. Basically, there's new students coming today. More of those fucking freaks. Great. Say hello to Yuma Telehichi and Akafumi Yamamata. I sure won't.
Hello, everyone. It's great to meet you all. I hope we all get along. Yeah.
Akifumi, I think you're getting too in character. We need to find the 17th master quickly.
Well, I don't really know what to do today. Just work on something? I'll go outside and smoke. Also, whoever keeps on writing Ickles after I write down test, I will find where you live and fucking...
Do you see him?
Oh, you two are the new kids, right?
Yes. Who are you?
Nayu Baladar.
Baladar? That doesn't sound like something from here.
Well, I mean, I wasn't born here. I just came here for reasons. But, what did you two need?
After school, find us. Find us at the alleyway you usually are.
Where I usually am? What?
Go to the back streets downtown.
Okay, I guess.
Whoa, dude, look, it's her! Really? Oh my god, it is! It's the Miraculous!
I'm sorry, the what?
Queevers. She's a student from another class. Apparently she can foretell who you'll be with. I don't trust that stuff, it sounds like a scam.
Seaovers. He doesn't mean...
Let's not question it. We have things to do.
Yeah, if you think my name's weird, try to spell hers, and they're already gone.
Yeah, thanks again for giving these out.
Oh, no problem. Hey, Naomi, where's that tie from a couple days ago? I remember you used to hold that thing around everywhere.
Oh, it's nothing. It's not like you grew bones and started looking everywhere.
I'm sorry, what?
It's nothing. It's nothing. Seriously.
What's this?
It's a flyer. We're looking for new club members to join the boxing club.
Okay. Is it just you three?
Well, I mean, it's really just Takuro and Naomi.
I'll consider it. Gimme.
Okay, thanks, bye. Wow. Our first person to grab one. Only 376 more to go.
I'm sorry, how many did you make again?
Yuma, wait for me.
Wait a minute, that voice... Whatever!
I see.
Huh? Hey, can you guys hold these?
Takuro, wait! Ugh, God. Why do I keep getting left out of things? Name it, you feel the same rush you left to. I have such great friends.
Your lover will have a kind heart and share common interests. In fact, I think... it's right over there.
Oh no! She's a nerd! Thank you so much, it's 20.
What the hell? Hey, Cubers! Mind explaining what the hell you did there?
Oh, jealous one. Hello, I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of shipping. My business card should be at my booth.
You knocked someone out of nowhere. Did you attack her?
Oh, you saw that? I'm sorry everyone, our session today is done.
Aw, man.
You see, I can't let you walk out there alive anymore. My masky powers seem to be unraveled. So, let me introduce myself. I am Master Number 14. Reverse. My power is shipping, and since it's confidential, anyone who knows must die.
Is that a threat?
Gah! So, it's a fight you want then, huh? Let's go then. But first...
I don't see what that changes. Let's go.
Hey, Takara, are you... Ah! Another one? Like, last time? The one with the mask. Is that Silver's?
Look, Akifumi, you finally arrived. We got your little friend, too.
17H!
We don't want to do this, but we have no choice. I'm sorry, but we have to end you.
Huh?
Mind doing the honors?
Maskies?
Correct, I'm number 15, Ultrax, but call me Yuma.
And I'm number 16, Yagabath, but call me Akifumi.
Why?
This is pathetic. Akifumi, use your glyphs.
Force field!
This game again? Fine, the painful way will work.
What the hell? How are they using so much power? They didn't even pull up a comm yet.
Comms? Ha! Why waste all the time?
We use one-shots, of course.
One-shots? But I thought those alone couldn't be used for attacks.
Who said that?
Well, give them this. Yeah, they don't do much power, but they can be used as energy by themselves. As Maskies, we don't need the ability to have a comm to bring our power.
Great, just in time.
I don't feel so good.
It's okay, 17H. Just hold on a bit longer. Okay, so for context. Basically, High Guardian Spice was a show created by Crunchyroll, wasting patrons' money. Nobody likes it, including me. But somehow, there was one review by a guy called Pax2, which was really bad. And he also used the show as an excuse for how bad Western media is, so like, let's get on that.
Eat your vegetables!
I've also watched a few other reviews of the show, and many people seem to want to avoid criticizing the political and cultural messages that the show puts across. As you would expect of my channel, I will not be avoiding discussing these things.
And what fun that would be!
Let's start from the beginning. Who are the people at Crunchyroll behind High Guardian Spice? To understand artwork, it often helps to understand the artist. The show's creator is Ray Rodriguez, a transgender cartoonist from Los Angeles. Don't worry, I'm sure this fact won't have any effect on the writing of the show whatsoever. Another lead writer involved in the show's creation was Amalia Lavari, a woman from Los Angeles who says on her Twitter she goes by any pronouns. Then there's the co-developer, Claire Stenger, who had a rather odd Instagram account when I looked at it. Hashtag abolish AmeriKKKA, hashtag transcend mortal flesh. Seems like a normal and stable individual who you'd want making your media. Also involved in the show's writing was Kate Rath, Katie McVeigh, who was involved with the infamous Bill Nye Saves the World. Remember that, the show with the homosexual ice cream? And Crystal Peluso, whose IMDb says she specializes in showcasing strong female roles and diverse storytelling. Now you might have noticed something about all the writers involved in the show. They're all female. I didn't cherry pick, they're all female.
Now, I get the point. In fact, you just summarized it right now. My question is, why did you go after specific members of the team? Like, I get the creator, they're the creator, and I get Kate Leth later on for being the whole kill all men movement as she contributed to on Twitter, although it isn't really elaborated on, and maybe Margaret Dean because they're the owner of the organization the crew's a part of, but like, why did you go after specific writers? Like, I get it, they're all women, even though the creator's trans, but we'll get to that. But why did you mention their pronouns and personal Instagrams? It's almost like this is foreshadowing.
Apparently this was even a goal Crunchyroll specifically set out to achieve. Margaret Dean, head of the feminist NGO Women in Animation, bragged that High Guardian Spice has a 100% female writing room, which she justifies by saying the show is about young girls. I guess Japanese anime creators didn't get that memo. Maybe if Crunchyroll didn't block all of their critics, they would know this isn't necessary.
Yeah, it might not be necessary, but because of the themes of the show, which you bring up later, don't you want people with personal experience to talk about these issues or not? Because trust me, research and professionals can really make a big difference.
Everything is simply
This is the first problem with High Guardian Spice that is common across all Western media. Filling important jobs with females or LGBTQ people just for the sake of having them in the project. Are they actually good writers? Are they actually the best person fit for the job? These questions aren't asked. Meritocracy is treated as a sexist and patriarchal concept because it often leads to sex inequalities. Though having 100% of your writers be female is also a sex inequality.
Okay, I get the whole are they fit for the job thing, but like, A, yeah they are, looking at Snapdragon. I'm pretty sure trans people should talk about trans struggles with the amount of LGBT characters, and it will be best for actual members to handle them so they don't look like fucking caricatures. But B, he turns his argument to complain about meritocracy, which is like, how does that even relate? Because aside from Kate Leth, nothing ever said that they were against equality. In fact, the opposite, which is what the Elation Studios, the thing that Margaret Dean was a part of, are meant to be for. And if I were to be personal for a second, I hate those quirky gamer girls and sex-crazed dominatrix characters because it shows that the writers does not know how to write people. So what if another, more professional person got that position? What would they change? What would they add? What would they do to make the archetype more dynamic? And these are the questions that these people are asking.
Anyway, because people are being put into roles simply because of their sex or sexuality, this causes, as you might expect, deficiencies. Deficiencies which you'll see in this video become all too clear throughout High Guardian Spice.
Is this ironic sexism? Like, the entire video so far, you're talking about how the studio is 100% women and LGBT and how it's sexist. But now, because it's 100% women and LGBT, it's automatically bad because it causes deficiencies. Have I been hinting at something? I don't know.
In what's a running theme, both characters have vaguely tannish skin. Almost like the creators didn't want to make them white, but weren't sure what race to actually make them.
I mean, tan white girls are a thing, and just because they're not pale doesn't make them a different race.
The show doesn't even get its own racial propaganda right, though, because the Aryan dwarf is the friendliest character in the show, while the black elf is the cattiest. A little racist there, High Guardian Spice.
Or maybe because Thyme is the brooding emo, you negative four eyes. Like, I heard the argument that people always write African American characters as dorks because they're written by nervous whiteys that don't want to sound racist. So having characters act in different ways doesn't show more sides to these characters and not make them the same.
The outfit design in the show is all over the place, with some characters dressed like they're in the Middle Ages, while others are dressed like it's 2021. This lesbian couple in the show is a great example.
That's because Rosemary and Sage's families are from the field, and Sage's cousin's GF, and subsequently the entire town is near a fucking prestige Guardian Academy.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
Immediately, within the first 2 minutes of the show, they're already off and on their way. From the show's very first scene, the pacing is already bizarre. I mean, just watch this.
We'll scale mountains, and fight mermaids, and explore precipices, and crevices, and we'll be totally fearsome dudes.
Yeah, I don't get how this is a pacing issue. In fact, I don't get what's wrong with them starting off the show already on their way. Over the course of the show, their motivations and past can get explained as the show goes on. Now, I know they didn't do this well, I watched the show, but they still had little sprinkles of development, like Sage's complex of using new and traditional magic, and Rosemary's mom.
The two heroines even get to their academy by taking a train, just like Harry Potter.
Wow, they took the same transportation system! Damn, this is Kimba versus Simba levels of stretching for a point.
This guy sounds like he phoned it in. Like, literally phoned it in from his basement. This is another one of the main problems with the show. Sacrificing the quality of basically everything, story, pacing, even things like voice acting, in order to push degenerate propaganda. And boy is this show full to the brim with that kind of propaganda.
So based off the way you formed that last shot with Sage's cousin and her GF holding hands, I think you should know where I'm fucking getting at. But like my actual point, the mic quality doesn't mean shit because when it comes to the themes of the show, if he just has a bad mic, then it just means he has a bad mic. It's not that deep. I don't know where the fuck you thought that shit was propaganda. Was it because it was representation like you hint at? Cause mic quality doesn't seem to be a factor when it comes to the writers.
Let's get into some of it. In the second episode, Rosemary attends an ethics class, and we hear a bit of what the teacher has to tell the students. She tells the class that fear of the other is what leads to violence. Really, that's what leads to violence? What about justified violence?
Justified for what? If it's a what if, I get it if it's a what if, but it doesn't really work because you treat the show as if they said that it was the only cause of violence.
Oddly enough, that doesn't get talked about, despite the school training people to use justified violence.
Then what the fuck? That breaks your previous point about the whole school acknowledging that justified violence exists.
One thing we do know is that almost all of the female characters are training for a historically male profession. Rosemary wants to be a swordsman. Time wants to be an archer, and Parsley trains to be a blacksmith.
First off, the gladiatrix in Mongols exist, so female gladiators and bowsmen exist, and female blacksmiths have existed since the late 800s. For Sage, even though it wasn't really brought up specifically, but this is just in general, what about the Salem witch trials? Or brujas? That's not even bringing up how this is fantasy.
I didn't see any females at the academy training for historically female roles, such as housewives, healers, or clothing makers.
Being a housewife is apparently a profession now. Okay, sexist.
Rosemary's mother was also the soldier of the family, while her father is a cook.
I mean, women in some households can still make the money and pay the bills. I mean, my family was like that, if I can bring up a personal anecdote. But like, yeah, sometimes that thing just happens.
We thus see another area where High Guardian Spice shows a broader problem in Western media. A methodical hatred of nature and traditional gender roles.
Yeah, I think that's a little thing called equality. Something you brought up earlier when you were talking about meritocracy.
High Guardian Spice may take place in a fantasy world, but it's still in a Middle Ages setting, and there's only so many ways we can suspend disbelief.
Yeah, in the same clip, there's an orc attending class. I don't think realism is what they had in mind.
It just doesn't work that this kind of society would be training women for combat instead of men. In the real-life medieval era, this would have been suicidal, which is why no one did it.
You get no bitches! Nigga, just stop lying on your dick! You know you ain't never seen a pussy in real life! You're a fucking virgin!
First off, men are also being trained at this academy, as you fucking show with Snapdragon, Orc Kid, and Mike Eater. Second, women actually do partake in war. Not a lot, but Artemisia I of the Caira, Cratice Polis, and Cleopatra VII of Egypt were all part of the commanding forces. And that's not even mentioning minor roles where women didn't even get sent off to battle, like female stenographers of World War. Third, the reason women aren't partaking in these wars often was not because of the nature and traditional values, it was because the possibility of pregnancy and menstruation causing injury before combat.
I fell down! How about the male characters in the show? What are they like? Well, the male character who gets the most screen time is a student named Snapdragon. Snapdragon is the kind of guy you'd expect an all-feminist writing team to create. He's extremely feminine and constantly complains about the gender expectations he has to live up to. I wasn't sure if he's intended to be a femboy, transgender, or what have you, but by the middle of the show he's cross-dressing, so take that how you will.
Did you even watch the show? Like, Snapdragon is clearly gender dysphoric, especially when he comes out to his professor, which in fact addresses a lot of your complaints.
Kailu. How dare you kill yourself? That is it. You are grounded 1,456,789 years. Go to your room now.
Oh, I almost forgot the character Mandrake. He's a straight white male, but also the villain.
And? Literally what? And what else? Wasn't there a specific kid that liked playing the harp that you mentioned before? Playing the harp that doesn't fit into the oblivious idiot or villain categories? Someone I frequently call Mike Eater? Nah, must not exist.
High Guardian Spice's war on nature and traditional ideas of life doesn't just end with gender and family roles. Throughout the show, we repeatedly hear of concepts of new magic and old magic. Old magic, we're told, is outdated and dumb. Apparently, new magic is all that people need. I wonder what the meaning of the show is trying to convey here. Oh, tradition bad.
Yeah, okay, you didn't watch the show. Because, like, the reason why traditional magic was seen as lesser than compared to newer magic was because new magic didn't require energy like traditional magic does. And even if we'd ignore that, new magic destroys the environment, which is what you must have seen because that's the reason Thyme left her homeland.
When it's explained to the students at the academy what being a High Guardian means, part of the vows are to never be constrained by the relics of history. In other words, again, tradition bad. This also plays out in a scene where one of the teachers tells Snapdragon to give up the axe that his father passed down to him because he shouldn't let the expectations of his parents influence him.
Or maybe be true to yourself?
Also, did I mention that almost half of the characters in the show are gay? There are also transgender side characters who forward some of the most ham-fisted LGBT propaganda in the history of animation. I'm transgender. I was born into a female body, but...
It wasn't the right body for me. So, I used new magic to change it. I take a potion once a month to keep the spell active.
You what?
To call this art would be an insult to art. This is simply propaganda.
Transitioning isn't fucking propaganda, you nuclear family. Like, even in the same clip, the professor said that he only did it because he never felt like he was in his right body.
But wait, there's more. This guy gets flat out groomed.
But you can't change what you were born into.
Snapdragon, listen.
You say I can change paths, but it's not like I can just stop being a guy.
Do you know anything about transition magic?
I wish I could say what I just showed you is fake. It is not.
Okay. Here's some context that this man does not show.
Snapdragon comes off as a bully. He has to be tough and prove that he's not easy to mess with. But that's only because he was raised to do so. His father is a masculine father figure teaching his sons to fight for what they want, while his older brother bullies him for liking cute things. He feels like he has to accept his fate and become as tough and butch like his father, but he really doesn't want to be.
I want smooth skin and smaller hands, and I don't know, it's like the girls, they look so strong and beautiful as mermaids. I want to be a warrior like that.
He wants to be strong, but beautiful like all the other girls. He wholeheartedly wants to be a girl, while proving to his family that you can be soft and strong at the same time.
Now, with this context, the professor was trying to help Snapdragon since he has experience and wants to assist him. Assisting is not the same as grooming. And with that very sour note, I have to end things off here. Pac just continues making points about other things, like how there should be Christian representation or D-trans representation. And like, Christians do appear in a lot more things than you think. And I don't have the knowledge to go into the whole D-trans movement, so I'm gonna just end it off there. So for final thoughts, leave your politics out of the discussion. Like, I get you're a political YouTuber, but if you want to look into a show critically, don't go for outside information unless it affects the real show. So, talking about the cast is fine, but once you start using them as an excuse for blatant transphobia, then that's when I have an issue. As for that, I'm done. See you in about 5 to 7 months.
Come on, Chiharu. Give up. You're only delaying the inevitable. You cheeky bastard. Well, try escaping from this. What the hell? Who did that? Get away from me. Let me go. God, please, Chiharu, help me, help me.
What's going on?
Oh, hey, Takuro!
Oh, it's only you.
Huh? What happened? Where's Silvers?
Let's not discuss that right now. We're leaving.
Huh? What's wrong?
Nothing! Let's go!
Okay, jeez.
Come on, 17H, finishing blow.
Ah!
17H, I'm sorry. What the hell are you two?
Now I feel bad. You can't really blame yourself. This kid used all of his energy at once, instead of separating them for multiple attacks.
True. Let's just leave him be.
What? But our mission?
Nayu entertains me. Let's wait a bit.
If you insist, Yuma.
I can't.